light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me.
Welcome again. Now you guys are probably wondering, what the hell? Another video? That's 3 videos, Gabe. Telling you, I am on this and trying to stay consistent as possible. So today's story time is gonna be of my FK8 Type R, and we're gonna get into it of when I got it, basically the whole process through it, why I got it, and the come about and what it looks like now, even though it's been looking the same for like 3 years. But let's get straight into the video.
Win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay guys, so I had purchased this FK in 2020. I freshly moved from OB. Oh, nah. Alright, we're back. No idea where that B went. Okay, so I bought this FK in 2020. I moved to Florida in 2019. So this is the first car I've ever purchased in Florida. I've wanted a Type R since they came out in, I believe, 2017. I've been dying for this car for so long. You have no idea. Every time I was trying to get it, markup has been insane since the day these cars came out. And I have few connects in Honda, and even with my connects, the minimum I had to pay over, I think, was like $10,000. So I kind of gave up on that dream. Moving forward, moved to Florida, kept seeing them for sale, but I kind of got over it, you know. But it would pop up on Instagram. I'd be like, damn, I want one, but can't justify the price. So one day we're in the living room smoking hookah, me and Lisandro, and I was like, man, all I'm getting on my news feed is Type R, Type R, Type R. I was like, I'm getting the itch. I want a Type R so bad. So he's like, get one. I'm like, the prices is crazy. I can't. So I told him, man, I said it this joking around, bro. Swear to everything I love. Let thunder strike me right now. I said, if I can find one in the color I want, for MSRP, the color was Sonic Gray, I was like, I'll buy one. We started laughing, joking around. Obviously I said it because it was nearly impossible. Went to bed. Woke up the next day. Lisandro sent me a Facebook post, and it had said, Sonic Gray Pearl, FK8 Type R, brand new for MSRP in South Carolina. I said, there's no way that I just spoke this into existence last night, and today there's that post. I messaged the guy on Facebook. I said, hey, I'm interested in the FK8 Type R. Do you guys do leasing? The guy hit me back up. He said, no, unfortunately we don't lease these cars, or whatever the case may be. So I was like, all right, I'm trying to find out how can I get this car. Right? So my initial thoughts, obviously I wanted the car for so long, but I'm the type of person that when I buy something, it has to make me money. It's the only way it makes sense in my head. I said, how can I purchase this car and it have me make money? Right? So I thought, okay, let's put it on air. There's not many Type R's on air. Maybe a handful, if that. It's a true enthusiast car. That's why people did not put it on air. I said, and I'm going to record videos of me driving the car on air and showing people that you're allowed to be on air and not lose performance of the car if you do it right. That was my whole goal. Pitched the idea to my wifey, and I was like, listen, because you know, for wifey, I gotta pitch ideas before purchasing for it to make sense also. So I told her, listen, if I get this car, we put air suspension on it. There's not many on it. Like I said, there's a handful of FK8s on bags, and I'm gonna do a video of just driving the car and showing people that this car can still handle on air, have the handling and still the looks of airing out. She said, yeah, you should do it. I think it'll do good. That's all I needed to hear. Hit the guy back up. I said, hey, can we talk numbers, blah, blah. Guy ignored me. I gave him 2 days, ignored me. I was telling Lisandro, I'm like, I need to jump on this because I'm not gonna find another one in that color for MSRP. I called the dealer because Lisandro was like, you just call a dealer, and I was like, I didn't want to be a fiend, I didn't want to be thirsty, you know, because that's how they grab you by the balls. I said, fuck it. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but I said, screw it. I called the dealer and I said, hey, I'm interested in a post that I seen you guys have a Sonic Gray Pearl FK8 for MSRP. There's no problem, we're going to transfer you to our Type R specialist. They didn't even know that was a thing. Lady picks up the phone, she goes, hey, my name is Penny. Which, shout out to Penny, man. The most amazing woman I've ever met in my entire life. I was like, I'm interested in the FK8, I live in Florida, how can I do this from here? She said, no problem, we can FedEx you papers, and you just sign, and you can, you know, pay somebody to trailer the car to you. I said, cool, no problem, let's talk numbers. I was like, I want to lease the car. She's like, oh, we can't lease. Long story short, she made it happen, right? Not lease, financing. I had no choice, I couldn't lease the car. Which I'm so thankful for not leasing the car now, because I still have the car, and it's a car that I'm going to keep forever. So we ended up financing. Honda actually at the time told me I had too many loans out, so I had to have wifey co-sign. Weird, I've never had that happen before, but we needed this car, so we did so. So sent me all the paperwork, signed everything. Now I'm just waiting for the car. I was super excited to get this car. The guy told me that it's gonna be like 2-3 days for him to load it up and get it. And again, shout out to Penny. Penny was giving me play-by-play. The car was in the showroom with a bow around it. It said sold on it. She gifted me a Type R hat and a USB with all my information that I signed. She was amazing. So amazing that, a little foreshadowing, that she got me the FL5 also. We stayed in touch and she hooked me up with that also. But that's a whole nother story in another video. So that's how I got the FK. And at the same time, my son was born a week before I got the FK. So to me that was something special. FK and my firstborn, first kid, first car that I purchased in Florida. And my dream, one of my dream cars was just the FK. Everything was just lining up. It was beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can find some clips of when I first got the car, because I think I had recorded it, never uploaded. But that's the story on how I got the FK, you know. And to me, it's like having cars is cool, but if you don't have a story behind it, I feel like it's just not as cool. Having a story behind every car that I own, I feel like to me it just makes it that much special and an emotional attachment to it. So with that being said, let's get to all the mods I have on the FK and what it looks like today. Okay, so let's start off with basically the intercooler. We did an HKS intercooler. I don't know why I didn't do PRL, but I had a friend that recommended the HKS because it came with some piping that PRL didn't come with. So it's the only reason why. That's probably the only mod that I have that PRL supplies that I don't have. So it was HKS intercooler. Basically did the OEM clear side markers. I had gotten these from, I believe, Europe. I waited like 2 months for them. Insane. I was so desperate to remove the orange that I literally bought a fake set on eBay. Meanwhile, these came in because I needed the clear. So then we have a Mugen front lip, which is the entire Mugen kit. So I had bought the Mugen front lip first from King's Motorsports. Shout out to them. Then I had bought the side skirts. Now, the problem with the rear Mugen kit that I did not like was that it was huge. Everyone called it the Thanos chin. It was huge. Never liked it. But being with the sides and the front for so many years, the rear just was missing something. So I tried to find solutions with the rear, but couldn't find any lip that looked good. There was a few brands that even made anything for it. And so I finally pulled the trigger and said, let's just complete the Mugen. And not a super fan, but it just completes the kit, and it just goes. You just can't. You need the rear Mugen kit. It just needs everything complete. So my first set of wheels were, this is my second set of wheels in this car, which is surprising because I've had this car for so long. My first set of wheels were white TE37s that I had gotten from System Motorsports. Shout out to them. They were wrapped in the same Falcon Zennies 275/35 that I got from Chris, SG Auto Works. And I loved it. But it wasn't screaming aggressive. It was just screaming classy. and I didn't like it. So some guy comes to the shop with a red FK8, white TEs. Chris, another Chris, little Chris, had texted me and said, yo, there's a FK8 here with white T37s. I mean, with bronze C28s. I said, yo, ask him if he trade, like joking around. Dude said, yeah, I'm down. I just want to keep my tires. Boom, traded the wheels, and now we have the C28s. This was 3 years ago. Still have the same set of C28s. So for those asking, these are 18, or for those that who will ask, 18 by 9.5 plus 35 with a 275 35 18. The front has like a hair of camber, which is like almost natural. I think it's like -2, if that. And I'm on air, and the fitment is perfect. Even if you were on coilovers or spring, this would fit perfect. But if you're on stock suspension, you probably have to remove the pin on top to add more camber. But it fit like a glove. Now, for the rear, we had to shave a little bit the trim, plastic trim in here, because it wasn't going down. And the rear can go down a lot more. But I just like this look, the flush look. You can't fit a finger, you can't fit a credit card, you can't fit anything in there. Prefer more than just sunk down. My personal opinion. But if you're on lowering springs, you have to shave a lot more than what I did. If you're sticking to the 35 profile, if you have 38 profile, you can fit the 275s without touching anything. I've done about 3 FK8s with the same setup and not one issue. So what I love about the Type R, that it's already upgraded brakes. Don't have to touch them, don't have to do anything. What I'm trying to do, or I plan on doing, is changing the color of the calipers. Not sure if I want to redo them in red, or I was thinking maybe doing it like my other Type R, which is like a copper color. Not sure, haven't decided yet. Or paint match it. My S2000 has paint match calipers, and it just hits. Some may not see it, but I see it, it hits. Then we went with OEM Type R visors. Not a fan of visors neither, but I felt like it just added a little accessory. It was perfect. Then we did clear taillights. So we did this 3 years ago, and I love it. When I had the white wheels, it kind of went perfect. Right now it doesn't really flow, so I've been debating for the last 3 years, 3 years, that I might go to the stock taillights. Not too sure yet, to be honest with you guys. That's only because I think it doesn't flow. There's nothing else. I mean, we have the clear corners in the front, but I don't know yet. Still debating. What do you guys think? You guys think I should go back to stock taillights or leave the clear? But moving on to that, we did AWE exhaust. We're gonna move on more to performance, because exterior wise, just a Mugen kit and clears all around. So AWE, it had to be one of the best companies I've ever dealt with. From customer service to quality, everything's been amazing. I have never had a problem with AWE. In fact, I ran them on my FL5, almost ran them on my E63 AMG, and you know, every car I get moving forward, that is the first company that I try to go to. AWE is amazing. Oh, actually, my old G80 had it, AWE exhaust as well, which you guys can find in my videos as well. So that's that. The exhaust performance wise, we also did catless downpipe. Let me show you guys the engine bay. Engine bay is a little of a mess. Interior is still kind of clean. Just this a little bit, but I think this wipes down, not too sure. Has 22,000 miles. I got it brand new. That's another thing that I feel like I don't really like. It's a hate love, is the Alcantara, because you can kind of see it's not perfect here as well. It's not super perfect. Basically where I put pressure on here also. Interior is completely stock. All I did was all weather mats. Oh, and this carbon fiber stuff that I got as a gift. Not a fan of it neither, but I mean, I guess it goes to everything else. And pretty much that's about it. But let's get to the engine bay and the performance part. Alright, so here we have PRL's inlet pipe. I had powder coated white because it went with my wheels at the time. I paint matched the valve cover. We have catless downpipe, PRL intake, pretty much full bolt on. Still on 93. The car runs amazing. It's been running the same tune for about 2.5 years. my friend had put me onto this this tuner in Puerto Rico, and the car's been excellent. I made about 398 torque and about the same in horsepower. And the car feels great to me. You know, I have other cars that are faster, but this is torquey. This feels really good. It's nimble, it's fast. I love it. Then I got these covers on Amazon because the OEM ones were, I don't know, I guess from Europe, were hard to find at the time. I don't know. So we did the covers. That's pretty much it. Simple, nothing too crazy. I love this thing, man. This car, it's a car that I think I'm gonna take to the grave with me, to be honest. It's just perfect. I want to switch the wheels up too, but I guess eventually. Then let's get to the trunk setup since I am on air. Wow, what a mess. But this was a project going on for a while. I still have the stock mats, never took them out. I have the all-weather Type R mats. But so basically we have a brace here. I know many of you are gonna ask, because a lot of people ask on Instagram. So the company that made this brace is called T-Civic or something like that. I'm gonna try, if I remember, to put the link below. So it's like a brace that goes in the rear. So then I took it upon myself to mount the tank on this. So the plan was obviously white because of the wheels, but I'm trying to paint match this with the car and then bronze this with the brackets, and then here basically get the flush fittings where you don't see them. But the trunk is pretty much simple, not too much. I have my management down here for those who are going on air and looking for ideas. This is what basically do to a lot of Type R's. The management and the compressor, still using the OEM foam. Then we just mount the tank up here. Simple, useful. I've put a stroller in here. I put a whole bunch of stuff in here. Completely functional. Don't make any excuses on why you can't bag your Type R. It is the best car to bag because you have room. It's just all perfect, all perfect. Let's see if we can get my little man to come out here and we do an exhaust sound test here. Let me go get him. All right, I need your help, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So go. We need an exhaust sound test. We need you to turn the car on.
We have to go in the back then.
Yeah, I am. But I don't know if you're gonna be able to reach the clutch. Go, sit.
Where's the clutch?
Sit. Okay, now push the start button.
Where's the start button?
Come on, you know where the start button is. Press it again, hold it.
Press what?
No, hold the push start. Okay.
Get away.
I'll let you know when. So this is semi-cold start. Go ahead. Let's see if we can hear the intakes. Go ahead, one more time. Okay, you're good. Thank you for helping us, bro.
What about the different one?
No, none of those. Today's video is about this car.
But next week I'm allowed to do that one?
Okay, so next week we move on to the other car. All right, so what do we say to the guys? Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, right? Or comment, like, and subscribe. What?
Yes.
Comment, like, and subscribe, right?
And do that.
Yeah, can we get a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, guys, thank you for watching yet another video. Subscribe to the video. You heard the man. You better respect. Okay, I don't know. I'm not understanding. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe because more videos are coming, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I don't know about tomorrow. I got to do something tomorrow. But next week?
No,
Next week?
tomorrow.
Ah.